So hello students, today we are going to study one more reagent, that is dibyl. Dibyl means diisobutyl aluminium hydride. So let's have a look of what we are going to study in this video. So we will learn about the structure of dibyl, the reaction conditions in which it works, that is the inert atmosphere, moisture free environment, and what reactions it undergoes through, its stereoselectivity, temperature dependence, and when it is used in excess, what will happen, its method of preparation, which is very important, and the mechanism of action. The last one is where it is preferred. It means that in presence of lithium aluminium hydride, sodium borohydride and dibyl, what will you are going to choose for a particular reaction to occur. Okay, so let us start. So first we will learn the preparation of dibyl. So here you can see this is isobutylene, and when it is reacted in presence of aluminium and hydrogen is passed over it, this type of complex is formed, that is triisobutyl aluminium, and this when heated to 140 degrees Celsius, the compound dibyl is formed. So here dibyl is before you. You can see these two are the bulkiest group attached to the aluminium atom, and this is hydrogen. This will perform reduction by nucleophilic addition. Okay. So the question arises, why these two bulky groups are attached and what is the need of them. So actually these two bulky groups provides stereoselectivity. Okay, and we will learn this in the next clips, that how it provides stereoselectivity to the reaction. Okay, now let us learn the mechanism, how the reaction undergoes in the presence of dibyl. So this is our first reaction, in which this is an alkyne, and this is when reduced with dibyl in presence of nitrogen as an atmosphere at 40 degrees Celsius, and hydrolysis has been done. You can see an alkene is formed. And what type of alkene is this? This is actually cis alkene. Why not trans? We will discuss. So let us see the mechanism. Here you can see this is dibyl, and we have considered those bulkier groups be R dash for the sake of convenience. And we know that an alkyne has a kind of electron density because of that pi bond, and pi bonds are weak. So these bond breaks very easily. So what will happen, this will react like this, and this hydride will act at this carbon. Now let us see what is forming. So this is the complex. Now I want to tell you that this is not the direct product that has been formed through this action. A type of transition state also forms, and you can see here this is the transition state. And in this transition state, hydride is removed. Okay. Now this will transform to this kind of tetrahedral moiety. Now the question arises, why it is cis? Because these groups are bulkier, they want to pull these ethyl groups away from it. Okay, that is why this alkene, cis alkene has been formed. So when hydrolysis will take place, this is acid hydrolysis, so H3 hydronium ion is formed here, and this bond will move like this, and this is what actually is happening. Okay, and byproduct, this is formed, and our main product is, you know it very well, is this cis alkene. Okay, So one more thing I want to add, that this is a tetrahedral intermediate that has been formed and it is temperature dependent. Okay, that is why the reaction is dependent on temperature, and at minus 70 degrees Celsius it performs different reaction, and at room temperature it performs different reaction, and we will see in the next reactions also. One more thing, this tetrahedral complex is stable at low temperature. Okay, stable at low temperature, so please keep in mind. So let us see some more reactions, and I had told you earlier that this reducing agent is famous for the reduction of esters into aldehydes and nitriles into aldehydes also. One more thing, it is temperature dependent. So here you have an ester. Okay, now adding dibyl to it, I am writing those bulkier groups again as R dash, so don't mind. What will happen, this hydride will react at that carbon and this bond will migrate to this position. So what will happen, this aluminium will be attached to this, and you can see what is happening. Okay, this is the complex, that is intermediate, that has been formed. Now in the similar manner hydrolysis will take place, and I am not writing it again and again, you can do it. So here this is formed after the hydrolysis. Now what will happen, this bond will break and this OR group will be removed. You know that this is a very good leaving group. So what is the product here? This is an aldehyde. Okay. Now let us see the temperature dependence of dibyl. So we know that when esters are reduced in presence of dibyl, so they will form aldehyde. Okay. And I want to tell you that if the temperature is high, that is about 25 degrees Celsius, so an alcohol will be formed, and when at higher temperature, so let us see what is happening. So you have an ester, so it will convert into an aldehyde, and the further reaction is here, because up to this you have seen in the earlier reaction. So here is the dibyl. It will reduce it like this bond will migrate to this position, and this kind of a species will be formed. Okay, and now hydrolysis will take place in a similar way, and here you have an alcohol. Okay, this is the product. Let us see the reduction of nitriles. So here you have a nitrile and dibyl this will act at this position and the bond migrate like this. So this product will be formed. Okay, and this aluminium will get attached to nitrogen. And now when you perform hydrolysis, so what is happening here, let us see, because two products are possible. This is temperature dependent, this is actually occurring at minus 78 degrees Celsius at very low temperature. So this in presence of water, this will act like this. This bond will migrate to this position, and this is happening. Sorry, this is H2O. Hydronium ion is formed, and this H ion will be removed very easily because this tries to stabilize the charge. Okay. Now again the workup will take place and you will get the required product, that is aldehyde. Okay, configuration is wrong, but you get a aldehyde. So in this way this reaction occurs. Now let us see some more interesting reactions, and here is the compound. You will see some multiple functional groups in this. Sorry, this is not oxygen. This is not oxygen. Okay, you can see here is a ketone and this is an ester. Okay, cyclic ester. Now when diol is introduced here at lower temperature, keep in mind lower temperature, this ketone will enolize. You know about ketoenol tautomerism. So this ketone will enolize in presence of aprotic solvents. So only this ester will be reduced to alcohol and this will be prevented. Okay, so you can see here in the final product the ketone will again get its identity, and this will be an alcohol, actually dialcohol. You can easily perform the reaction mechanism. The hydride will react at this position, this will migrate. I will show you. Suppose this is diol. So this hydride will act at this position, this bond will migrate, and again, so this group will remain same, and I am showing only this. Okay, sorry, this is not above the plane, this is my mistake. This is hydride, and what will happen, this bond will again migrate and this bond will break. What is going to happen, okay, sorry, this is aldehyde, it's all by mistake. Okay, don't get confused. When hydrolysis will take place, this oxygen will gain a proton and this will form OH. Okay, so this is OH and this is aldehyde, and this will remain the same because of enolization. Okay, this is the reaction. Now the next reaction will tell you the stereoselectivity or more specifically I should say the stereoselective nature of dibyl. So let us see. This is the compound. Okay, this is taking time. So you have dibyl, in presence of isopropyl alcohol and some inert atmosphere. So this product will be formed. This is because of isopropyl alcohol, okay? And you have a solvent here. So this is the product. You can see that in the product this group is above the plane and this is below, and this is because of the stereoselectivity. And you know that dibyl is having bulkier groups, so that is why because of steric hindrances this reaction will prefer to act from the front, okay? That is why this product has been formed. So this is your homework to perform the mechanism of this reaction, and I will discuss it later in the next videos. Now I want to discuss some more reactions. So let us see. So you have a question: using aluminium hydride reagents, you have to perform the reactions. So here is the first. And the second is actually you have to write the reagents, specific reagents for this conversion, okay? So it's quite easy. You can see this is a double bond, and here this double bond and CHO group is both are reduced. So this can happen in case of lithium aluminium hydride, okay? Lithium aluminium hydride reduces both double bond and CHO. And in what case it reduces the double bond? When there is a phenyl ring, okay? Not in every case. So keep it in mind. Now the next reactions, and you have to do the remaining reactions by your own, and I will discuss them in the next videos. And you can join my Telegram channel if you have any problem. So this is the product, and you have to find the reagent. And this is amide, okay? Here you have to use only aluminium hydride reagents, okay? Now one more reaction you have to solve by your own, and this is already discussed in this video. And this is the compound you have. This is carbon, and the reagent is dibyl. It's quite easy, you can solve it by your own. And hydrolysis is done after them, and the temperature is -78 degrees Celsius, okay? So find out the product and write the mechanism by your own. And if you find any difficulty, you can join my Telegram channel, so where I will solve your problems. Now thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.